Today, Jesus in his gospel warns us about becoming angry, especially becoming angry with our brother and sister. He actually speaks before that we're called not to kill. He says that we have learned that you shall not kill. And he goes on to speak about the importance of not being angry with our neighbor. And so we wonder if this is really about killing our brother or sister in our hearts, that we have put them to death in our hearts. And of course, that is not a good thing, and we must love and respect one another. But it's interesting when we think about how anger works. Doesn't anger work in a way of trying to impose our will upon the other or control the other, command the other to do something? I mean, we can ask somebody to close a door, or we can say, shut the door. But you see, when we command or impose, we're imposing ourselves upon the other person, and so it's almost like we're playing God and we're taking the place of God in this world. So of course that's not a good thing. So we have to be very careful about our anger and maintaining peace and extending that peace to other people. I've always thought it was beautiful, the expression in French, which is s'il vous plaît. That means if it pleases you. So if it pleases you, when we just say, please, please may I have this, or please, would you please close the door, please? In French, it's, would you please close the door if you please, in the sense that there's still a respect for the will of the other person, and we respect their own will, and what's important to them, that they be able to do this out of their own motivation, and that it's because they've consented to this, they do this, and it's not just like we're overriding or imposing ourselves upon them. And likewise, sometimes the anger that we can have for others can actually really kill them in our hearts if we hurl insults at them or denigrate them or put them down and make them feel awful or hurt them in our words or in our thoughts. So you see, those things are very delicate. So we have to be very careful of how we treat other people. And again, I think it's important to always remember that we are not God. But if we do get in and become angry, it's really like us taking the place of God, and that's not good. Even swearing sometimes, you see, we swear in the name of God. So again, we're taking the place of God, and that is not good. So as we've been talking about the Beatitudes and the Sermon on the Mount, we must remember that we would always like to have that childlike disposition, which is courteous and kind and deferent and respectful of the others. And it's not like an arrogant or overstanding type of position or attitude that looks down upon other people. That is not good, and that's the spirit of someone who's angry and demanding and imposing themselves. So again, let us always strive to have the childlike disposition of a little child who looks up to other people and respects them and admires them and wants to appreciate them. So as we continue our life and we continue to grow in our spiritual life, let us always continue to develop the spirit of spiritual childhood.